So I just watched the video on TikTok and it's on OG Milan's page. I'm following the guy because I like what he's saying. Apart from liking what he's saying, he's making a point, so I don't really care what anybody thinks about it. So I just watched this video, and in that video, he stitched someone else's video where the person was saying all sorts of things about Nancy Isime. Nancy Isime came out and said she's okay for marriage and she wants to get married now. And then the guy had a lot to say. That guy, that particular video he stitched, the guy had a lot to say. He was saying that when a woman, that it is okay for a man to say he is ready at 34, but that it is not okay for a woman to say she is ready at 34, that a woman that is good for men to marry women when they are not ready. Are you seeing the red flag? That is good for a man to marry women when they are not ready. He now called the age of 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. They know what, see, in this life, everybody know what they do. Anybody will say they know what they do, they lie. Everybody know what they do. That is why I always advise my girls, my single sisters. If you know you are not 27 years, don't even bother. Allow your frontal lobe to develop so that you will know if you really want to do this thing that is called marriage or not. Last, even when from now till when Jesus comes, it's not everybody that will marry. So, for the fact that they have that mentality of catching them young, of catching them when they are not ready, catch women when they are not ready, because when a woman is ready, it means a lot has happened. That was his word. When a woman says that she's now ready for marriage, it means a lot has happened. As I was watching that video, now like this, I keep face. I kept face like, what is this kind of lack of information that is going on? So if I just pray that this is not how 100% of men think, thank God, because if to say like this, all the 100% of men will get it, then there's problem. It is left for us women now to do our part and advise our younger ones. If you know that you are in short in your 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, don't even reason it. Allow your frontal lobe to develop. Because if your frontal lobe develops, you see this frontal lobe, when you develop, you will not allow a man to choose you. You will decide who you want to marry. I'm telling you this because when your frontal lobe develop, you will see that it will look as if you are born anew. It will look as if your eye just opened. It will look as if, when at 27, your brain, you will notice that when you become aware of yourself. At 27, if your frontal lobe develop, you will become aware of yourself. You become aware of the fact that you are alive. And there are some decisions you will not want to take because your frontal lobe has developed. So what I'm going to tell you is that as girls, because I'm not talking to the men, make sure, except you want to marry young, good for you, is your decision, your life, your heart, your body, your everything. But if it's me that is advising anybody around me, I would say allow your frontal lobe to develop. At 27 is when your frontal lobe develop. By that time, you now know if you want to do this thing called marriage or not. And as for that video that he stitched, I leave that man for God because thank God that TikTok does not allow voice note. If not, I had a lot to say. But Nyadeba, Udo.